Good morning. I'm Aubrey Dawson, Cooper's wife. I stand before you today with a heavy heart, filled with grief and yet an immense sense of pride. Today we remember my husband, Cooper Dawson, a dedicated police officer, a loving partner, and a man whose courage and sense of duty knew no bounds. First, I wanted to start by taking it way back. Cooper and I first met on Tinder with that amazing salmon suit that he always wore. I later found out that he worked for the same police department as my dad. I remember the night I told my dad that I was dating a police officer. He sat me down and told me that it was tough to be married to an officer due to all of the what ifs. And now I'm living the worst what if that I could have ever imagined. As his wife, I had the privilege of witnessing his courage every day. He chose a path that many could not, standing between danger and those he swore to protect. But beyond his badge and uniform, he was simply the man I loved. His kindness, his sense of humor, that big old smile, and his commitment to our family are what I will cherish forever. Cooper and I were together for 4 years. It was a short 4 years, and I wish I had 80 more with him, but I would do it all over again with the same ending because he was my person. If you know me, you know that I have a very strong personality and can be a lot to handle, but Cooper was my perfect balance. He knew my next step before I even knew my next step. One of my favorite things about Cooper was how good of a dad he was. He loved our 3 babies with his whole heart. He made it a point weekly to meet us for dinner while he was working so we could see him. In fact, we had just left from seeing Cooper at Chili's 13 minutes before he conducted the traffic stop. I didn't want to meet him that night because I was already in my pajamas and I did not want to go out looking that way. But I am so glad I did, because when we left Chili's, his last words to me and the kids were, "I love you," followed with a hug and a kiss. If you knew Cooper, you loved Cooper, unless you were part of the command staff. Because he always would leave you shaking your head at what he got into. And this brings me to one of my favorite Cooper police stories, the stop sticks. Cooper was chasing a car and threw his stop sticks out the window. Once he got a good old talking to about that, he didn't regret it, not one bit. All he regretted was not pulling up more in his squad, because he would have been a hero if he did it the right way. But that was the type of officer Cooper was. He was always trying new ways or finding new techniques, which is why he loved going to trainings and being an instructor. I had a visitor yesterday, and he told me Cooper was a crime stopper, not just a first responder, meaning that Cooper went out and worked his butt off every single day to protect those around him. He was not just a hero in his uniform, but a hero in his every action. The way he loved me, supported me, and made our lives richer. I could always count on him, and I know his spirit will live on in the memories of the good he did, the lives he touched, and the family he held dear. There's always been a joke in my family that my dad wears the cape for being super dad. Cooper was always competing for that cape. But Coop, you earned that cape on Monday night. You died a hero. I will wrap up by saying thank you to everyone for being here. The support truly means the world to me. I know many of you traveled quite a bit to be here, so thank you. Garland Police Department, thank you for starting his career and molding him into the cop, and for the lifelong friendships that we will cherish forever. Greenville, it was short, but Coop loved all of you, even if y'all laughed at him for rolling his sleeves. Thank y'all for looking after my Coop for as long as you did. To the hospital staff and the EMTs, Thank you for working so hard on my husband, for never leaving his side, praying over him, and making sure it was peaceful when it was his time at 3:53 a.m. To my love, thank you for everything, Coop. You gave everything, and I will carry that love in my heart always. The kids and I will hold on to the memories you gave us, and we will ensure your legacy lives on in the lives of others. Rest in peace, my love. Watch over us. I've got the kids from here. You are my hero. You will never be forgotten, and I love you.